Okay, so I was having another dream. Interesting. It's actually again an artist friend dream, and it's not too far from the reality, but it's rather a combination of things. Okay, and does include. Uh, I have to warn people. First of all, it's a poet artist, a really famous one, and his name is Kenny Goldsmith, who got a problem at one point, but let's talk about this later. The dream, and he has kids, believe it or not, amazing kids, which I happen to know. And he's a friend who invited me to his house a couple of times, which is really stunningly great to be invited to anybody's house. For whatever reason, I never seem to cut the cut. Yeah, anyway, let me now do this here, the dream, because okay, I it's really between 5 and 6 a.m. You know, I fell asleep literally midnight because I could not see me awake. I couldn't even listen to the early hours of the BBC at the daybreak or whenever, from the AM to the PM, from the PM to the AMs. No way. Now I basically just went. I slept for. I'm basically still sleeping, but summer. It's just stunningly fresh, nice, beautiful. Slightly feels wet, sticky because after all, it's New York. I heard other places are similar. Meanwhile, more and more. In fact, I experienced it when I was there. Anyhow, with the exception here, I have machines who can take care of it. Okay, so let me go to the dream. In the dream, it is a house. I come across him in the street somehow, but the street is kind of already in his loft. Kind of inside out is not so easily distinguishable. In fact, it's not. In a dream, and well, I look a little bit, and boom, one of his kids, by the way, younger than they are, because his kids are really tall now. Last time I talked to him, it's only recently, by the way. He told me that now they are protesting out in Red Hook. Yeah. So you see what I mean? Protesting the police or gentrification or something. Anyway, they go protest, okay? You get the point. Well, in that dream, they were so small, and they were shooting with eggs as a game. They had a catapult or something, and boom, comes an egg flying in my hair. And he was like really small, the egg in the dream, okay? So a dream egg comes lying at me. And this is all a dream, okay? So don't worry about it. I'm alive, and it was not a regular egg. It was like when you are in Chinatown, because they eat in China. My God, go to an egg market. Oh my God, what kind of eggs they're eating? But already here, there are so many eggs. In case you like eggs in Chinatown, you could find eggs from a bunch of more animals, but in China, my God, there are big eggs, like not only like what we have, those hen eggs. Well, and so it was a small one, in fact, a really small one, and then already in Italy you find weird eggs they eat there. And not only the chocolate eggs. Anyway, that little boy, there were, by the way, two boys, in the dream, we're talking dream only now, okay? So don't, it's not like he let them play with firearms and shoot at people randomly, but in the dream, they had a catapult or something, and then boom, that egg was just like landing, and then I was able to capture the egg, and it didn't even break, and then I wanted to eat it, and then I think I was about to eat it, even though it's not my thing to eat any other egg than we know, because in German we say, was der Bauer nicht kennt, frisst er nicht, gell? Also was der Bauer nicht kennt, das frisst er nicht. Meaning like what the farmer doesn't know, he doesn't eat, and there are so many versions in so many different other languages. Point is, me, a farmer, me, a nobody who knows only simple things. And I did try those specialty eggs in China. I mean, believe me, one thing, we cooked them. And it was just damned weird, because I like them. Yeah. That's not dream, I just talk about in the dream. Let's go back to the dream. The kids shoot at me. I catch the egg. The egg got caught with my hand, and it didn't break. And then I realized, oh shit, I'm inside somebody's really beautiful, 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 fancy. And that's a dream, like almost 3 level high. 3 level high loft. And there were like this type of brutalist stairs, the way I find them. In basically every city you can find them, but one of the most brutalist, nicest school building, I have to say, is now about 2. I mean, it's actually the one in Stuttgart, where you have such a complicated staircase combination through the building that you don't even find out and you don't even know whether you're on the stairs or not, whether you are going upstairs, whether you're now in the mezzanine or not, wherever you go, and that brings you to the Mensa or not, or a floor up or not, or use the upper entrance or the lower entrance. No, you cannot. One of the lower entrances is open. I mean, it's that building. Meaning, I just, okay, that's the description of building, but I mean, basically, it was, if you don't know that, you just don't know what was the dream like, but I'm trying to describe it. It was a third floor loft, and with a dominant main floor, and two private upstairs duplexes, kind of on different level, by the way, combined with fancy in the dream. No, an amazing house, fancy, huge. Also, by the way, everything's just a dream, a dream come true. Surfaces, no, beautiful surfaces. And to get out was the problem, because for whatever reason, and suddenly I kept meeting the entire art world in the dream, okay? A flood of people walked out as if it's like the Venice Biennial, when the entire city is full, or documenta, when the damn fucking town is, or city. That's the difference, by the way. Anyway, so go back to the dream, as if, yeah, like you come across people trying to walk out, and in the dream, I kind of understood. I wasn't really supposed to be in there, so I felt really guilty. Why I'm there? I mean, and then why did they shoot at me? And then I said, okay, well, sorry, I'm there because they shot at me. And then in the dream, Kenny's super nice, but there was this kind of, understanding you better get now home. You go out again. Can't go out, okay? Just can't. Yeah, but I mean, nothing was in the dream. Nothing was pressured. But it's kind of understood. People leave now, huh? It's as if you are at a party and then you never go home, kind of, can't just do that. Even though I love it, and that brings me to this, I mean, amazing are obviously these people who just show up at, the Hamptons from the city and text from the bus, I'm coming, and they're welcome, and then you stay a few days and they leave again, and the house is big enough, in fact, not a big deal. Then a Hampton trip, which is, in itself quite expensive. I mean, if you think about it, 23 or whatever, I forgot the price, but it does cost money to go to the Hamptons. And then the cheapest one is, by the way, not the bus. The bus is the fastest one. The cheapest one is the train. Having these trains that are really duplexes. I mean, I love those trains. Feels like a house. I love to be on a train because it feels also like, different levels, and just make sure you find where you have to go and you don't miss your exit. And if you go to the toilet or bathroom, you figure out in time to go back to your kids very fast. And then You need to know, are they upstairs, are they downstairs, are you a friend, and don't go too fast. Make sure the toilet is not flooded and the shit runs over your feet. And make sure when you're not trained, there is no stop. Nobody steals your shit while you go piss. Because even if it's less romantic and not necessarily your offspring there, it's your shit that could disappear when you go to the toilet. Or your space could disappear when you trust too much. Or everything can disappear when the stop is near. But even if the stop is not near and everything is gone, I think it would be gone. So you have to trust people, man, woman, everybody. Anyhow, I talked recently to this person who just amazingly differently, who just pronounced things so differently. I think I had a Zoom meeting yesterday, and I was actually till I fell asleep. Meaning I didn't fall asleep at all. I mean, I'm just saying, why do I even talk about that shit? Because I was dreaming of Kenny Goldsmith go in a house, never come out, get shot at with eggs. I ate eggs yesterday. I mean, I realized I haven't left the house for, like yesterday. I'm not even sure I went out. Today, I'm only sure I've looked out. I don't see a massive accumulation of trash in front of my house. But today's Tuesday, I have to pay fines for the trash outside. $130. That is so fucking painful when you don't have money and the water bill is $3,000. That brings me to my fucking house, which is populated, and that's an incubo. Incubo is an Italian nightmare. And incubo is also what I was using recently in 3 occasions with people who differ greatly. Italians who differ greatly. And if I think about it, they are amazingly different on totally different trips. What do they all have in common when it comes to meeting? Weirdly enough, only once, but pasta, food is essential. Whatever they call culture is essential. Let's look at these 3, because the last people I interacted with were meaningful interactors, were Italians. Let's go with a American Italian, like migrant from, little really after the war people, south Napoli, okay? Here, go back to Italy a little bit, become fluent in Italian, come back to the United States a little bit, and get really screwed in your mind. then you are part of like my club, meaning neanche, neither or, no sai ni uno, non l'altro, no, neither or. I mean, that's difficult. Not even sure I say it properly in Italian because forget about it. But, not this, not that. We say not fish, not meat. And then I heard that yesterday. You see, so the Kenny Dream, by the way, he got really critically destroyed. But he was an Obama poet artist, American amazing artist, famous as hell. Poetry feeds him, interesting enough, in an art school. Interesting enough. And now when he pays bills, well, they have a functioning entity at home, whatever that is, but healthy, amazing, adequate, fulfilling, damned successful, and both have a career in the arts. Cheryl Donegan is his wife, amazing people. I met them recently, and they do well. Stunning loft, early 90s. They were inspirational sources. Kind of to explain me, well, you need to do something as well. Got me in the business of finding a house because, I couldn't just always show one show after the other and live on shit. Now hold your breath. Here comes the quiz. I got a text before I started narrating my dream. Remember, there are only like 3-4 elements. I resumed them again. Kenny Goldsmith, an amazing house, was full with furniture. There was a broker in there who talked in the dream. Well, you need furniture because furniture will make it smaller, livable. And Damisch is also a writer who writes about space and perspective, the history of perspective and the history of feeling, how space feels. That name came up recently. My memory in an explanatory mark with these Italian people. Lived space, we could also call it. Anyway, imagined spaces, theatrical spaces, film spaces. And then it's not like I wouldn't paint and listen to voices, but not just internal voices. Like, let's say, for example, a dream is an internal voice, or my memory with people, like what I'm doing now, and books, is obviously a internal voice, and so I'm still filming the shit, just to understand. I am in a house where, I don't want to be evicted. So you get a context on that shit, because, streaming of children. And before I fell asleep, now or just now, somebody apologizes. I text 3 in the morning, and my God, that text, I don't know, I envy that person. Nice introduction, very long, down to the point. A lady working for a credit card company, which would be fantastic. My heart goes up, looking for precisely a place I have. I need to find a renter. And then my heart goes down where it was before I started to even narrate my dream, meaning the pressure, the economic pressure. Fucking New York, anywhere to survive your bills cycle. And what is it saying? It says plus my 6 months old daughter and my emotional dog. Wow. And the dog has, she gives me like a pound number, as if I know what a pound number is. I kind of remember the pound number here. And it's maybe something like 14 pound or the emotional dog. But I tell you, the dog, either she got the dog to feel less safe or it was there before there was a baby, but it does not sound correct to me that a young woman so stressed out by a birth has to find a studio and find it rapidly and says she pays in cash because she works in a credit card company. And oh God, I congratulated her on her amazing achievement to be a mother. And I am not lying when I say no, darling. I didn't use the word darling. You have to continue enjoying your baby. I didn't say that. That's cynical. I just, sorry, it's too small for your luck, Complimented her out. Now she sleeps because, her job starts at 8 or 9. But she has to be there. Wow. That is called stress. That is actually if the person I was with had, when she had the 2 children, if she had ever worked earlier, no matter what, well, we would be better off, for sure. Had she understood my job as an artist, that would have helped a huge big deal. And who did I listen to? Esther Perell I listened to last night. What did I listen to? About erotic intelligence. And that is like a joyride. And I was writing on my sheet of paper. I used to prepare. Well, what do I didn't record it. I forgot, but I remember so much shit. From Esther Perell, psychotherapy, group therapy, erotic intelligence. And that is the vitality of people. And the presence in the presence. And the absence when not that is lift space, that is European, a Holocaust survivor, Belgian, one like me who has to speak many, many languages, and just can switch from Français to Yiddish, to Flemish, to English, to German. Wow. I mean, I can go on a little bit, more languages, and so on, and it creates a wisdom. Stunning, and she makes a living. Stunning. And then everybody might listen to this, might think, what the fuck is he talking? I mean, his films here are curtain. And he is in a place. I mean, what the fuck does he want? Making a living as an artist. Oh. Wow. It's a shit show. Just make sure you pick a little bit better, or you don't alienate them. Alienate them, alienate them, alienate them, alienation. Eviction. Re-entry. Reformalization. Read, because it would be even a waste of time to even try. I mean, not doing that. And then, there's like zero pity for overstressed people, but I want to see whether the lady can keep the job, because now she's so stressed out and underslept that mistake must be the result of that. How does she do it? Is her landlord the babysitter? Is everything just thrown away or not? Depends on a supportive family. Now the question is, where you're from. She doesn't say that. She sees only a price. And wow. And that brings me back to my escape route dream. Because over there shit really, I mean, if you really have eyes like a needle, there is Cheryl Dunaway's work. I traded, hanging all the way on the wall at the end of this like corridor behind the damn mirror, which doesn't make me necessarily enjoy the mirror, because it's not a mirror there. I don't want to see myself naked in a mirror in summer, sweaty, but just beautiful, quiet in the morning, because above me are the people who terrorize me. They terrorize me by not paying their fair share. Brings me again to the turnstile. And there are turnstile metaphors. And wow, I haven't seen any money yet, because the city of New York supposedly helps, but I don't see shit yet. Nothing filled out yet. Nothing received yet. I even forgot Ron is his name, yeah. I think I will ask, but he waits a bit. I mean, I don't know what he does. But the city today, 10 o'clock, they talk about it. Today in the radio, they will definitely talk about it. structure and shit, and I don't know, but where is, by the way, the poet who wanted to come? A young poet, not her back. Why is everybody on unemployment? Which is also fine with me, but even then, even I go down, nothing yet happened. Yet. What? Eventually something happens, because I keep going down in price. So hard to believe it's not renting. Why? Well, yeah, maybe I made a mistake. Somebody got carried away who might have, definitely should have been able to take it, but then in a weird way, when I really asked for money, he did not come back. So it's actually not so easy. And studying how people change their mind, how they steal your time, how they condition you into shit, how to give you shit, how to cheat you, how to take you out like church moms. There's the fucking point that I hope I can survive. I can survive this fucking like shithouse story of delinquent people, of really unbelievable subjects that bank on the law in favor of them. What the fuck, I know. Really terrible. Hard to believe anybody can make that shit for long enough. Me for 6-10 fucking years. But I need to, because otherwise, forget about it. I just can't afford this shit. And I cannot fuck up that last one. I cannot. That's why I'm so sorry, as much as I'm happy for her. And then by now the Italians must be eating pasta in Italy. Are they gonna play right away somewhere in Saudi Arabia? Because they won the Europa Chin is Japanese. Lovely. That was actually not quite an amazing combination there. Lovely. That other apartment, by the way, with Momoyo. Lovely combination. And now I got the fucking threat, $300 a month if I'm not presenting fucking paper, and those condo boards are full of shit. I have no insurance. I cannot afford insurance even. It really fucking sucks. They want an insurance every year, and I don't have it, so I have to talk to precisely the folks online who give me insurance, selling insurance, because that's a headache. How, when I have zero insurance, can I prove I have insurance? Fucking minimum homeowner insurance, that sucks. That shit sucks. They're gonna sell you everything. I need just minimum and it's gonna be all this incremental, a dollar more, you get this and you get that. And then you get shit. Now should I just pay the 300 and say fuck you? Or should I cheat? They want an insurance certificate. That's fucked up. No idea what the fuck they want, but every fucking hot summer the same damn fucking shit. Fucking shit. I should talk to her. Yeah, I hate that shit. I hate it. No, I have to do with insurances. I hate it. I don't want to tell you how I feel. I just feel shit. Wasting money. When you have none. Well, I talked to Vienna yesterday, Alisa. Hola, with a kid. Man, was that funny? It is funny to talk to friends. You can laugh. And why do I scratch my head again? Because I kind of know why. Because I should wash my head again. Well, I'm gonna do it. Maybe today. That sucks. And then fuck, the mental health examination costs money too. Got that fucking paper too. So fucking annoying. And suddenly it's clear on paper the time I get. And everything because of a fuck up. A couple of fuck ups, not maniacs. Fuck ups, whatever fuck it was. Anyhow. Will come a better time. But will come a better time means what? It needs to be here now, the better time. I'm banking on hope, on the future, on whatever dream that shit is. But, well, I go with the flow, whatever that is. I think I should sleep a little bit because there's such an accumulation of worldly events now, including to bring everything to the point here. I know these staircases also. They're damned interesting everywhere. The staircase is an amazing theatrical option because I have a broken one here and that's not funny. I should fix that one, so I have a lot to do except to talk and stupid but erotic Italian, my god. Italian and the pasta. And this hedonism of escapism and this dreaming shit. I mean, what the fuck is it all about? In fact, there is interesting because I'm producing a lot of dreams, you realize that. Because furniture, by the way, there was a furniture guy in there, and I knew a guy, it's called Darius, who also said, go to hell. Not nice, this guy, and he wants to go into furniture, art. And he's right, he's gonna make a lot of money. He's a businessman, and he has all these ideas, and definitely has blood and has a family. Here we go, that's the word. The family is what counts, and is yesterday on the radio was a Holocaust, kids of a Holocaust surviving woman who said, well, she said correctly, you cannot just live in the 19th century. You cannot just live in the future. By the way, that's, those people are just too optimistic. You can, or too fearful. You have to live in the present. You get the point. To enjoy the present and not dwell in mistakes or in futuristic landscapes of hope and this and that without any reality to reality, bridge. Without being able to bridge the gap. Mind the gap, you know what I mean? Mind the gap, they say there. Well, Storytisch. First. Football did not make me high, but gave me something to read. I don't want to lead, but I was leading Sumi, Corley, and then the history of interaction with people. In case of me, is really limited to always the same people. Wow. A Swiss with a cell and box underneath. In a dream I once had about her. What the damned canyon of shit has to contain before you drown in the desert happens. I was always amazed by that phenomena. And I survived it, but saw it, was scared, alone. The idea you break down, your communication device doesn't function and no car comes in the desert. Wow. Going the Mojave Desert is actually quite interesting. Don't go away because there might be bears. That was also inspiring. And well, there you listen to radio too. And then we having the radio people from the right-wing consortium, Proud Brothers, and whatever the fuck you have, and their ways to communicate. And then I listen to Afghanistan. My God, the news coming out from there is just like, wow. I think I need to go sleep a little bit. And thank you for good literature. Thank you for good languages. Thank you for allowing differences. Thank you for wiring me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for avoiding new mistakes with me. Thank you. Sorry I'm an artist. Sorry I'm a stupid artist. Sorry I'm a stupid ginger fire waiting for better times. Sorry, darling. I have to let you down. I stop it now. I just say nonsense and now I fall asleep again, okay? But that was a dream. Face. Peau noir, masque blanc. Peau noir, masque blanc, peau noir. Voilà. Je vous adore. Bonne nuit.